Hey everybody, it's your host Rannalt back here with part 2 of the Shuttle Tydirium tutorial. We're going to get right into it here and finish up these wings. So we're going to come down here and we're going to start making this like rounded little shape where we're going to connect the wings. So you step it down 2 and you make like this H. And then you run a layer all the way down, or a row, sorry, all the way down the underside, and you step it again. And you notice how I'm not going all the way down, and you're just following the shape of this like H basically that we made. And you see how we're 2 blocks back. So we're even with that ledge. And then we're just going to bring this all the way back. And then we're going to bring this one all the way back. And you can see, look, it's already coming along. We can go ahead and knock out this side too if we want, while we're at it. Just so you can see again how I made that shape. You come down 2, and then you come down 3, and then you just cut over so it's 4, and then come up, and you make like this little short squashed H. And then you just trace it all the way back so it's even with the edge that's the closest in towards the nose. And we'll finish it up right here. Bang. And you can see we got that inset space there. Like I mentioned in the part 1 video, we're going to fill that with fences. So we're going to fill this gap in right here with the gray wool. We can do that on both sides. And then we're going to switch to our iron bars, and we're just going to fill it in. Just like that. So it's like an engine intake. Alright, then we're going to come over here and we're going to knock out these centers. And then we're going to inset dispensers. So, like I said, when it's just all that white, it's too flat. You got to add texture. We're going to put a little cap under here, underneath the H, and we're going to inset some dispensers there. And then we're going to run this all the way back even with the other ones. And you can kind of see the shape that it's taking now. Nope. Oh, that stays there. Okay, let's come on top here. And you're going to come back to the 4th one. And you're going to run 5 long pressure plates. And then you're going to go 6 from the back, and you're just going to make this little zigzag pattern. So you can really do it however you want. I think this way looks the best. It looks, you know, it's minimal, but it's just enough detail. And then what we do here is we're going to double stack an L of like half slabs. And it's just going to give just a little bit more texture. Not too much, you know. It's just offsets the white a little bit. And then it's got these little fin things right there anyways, the real small little like notches, so that's about as close as you can get, I suppose. And then we're just gonna mirror it on this side. Just like that. And we'll just do that zigzag pattern again. How did I make it look? Okay. Yeah. Okay, yeah, I got it. Normally I would say in Star Wars don't make it perfect, but this thing looks better if these are symmetrical on these sides. There we go. Alright, and you can see it's already coming along pretty far. Like I said, once you get the cockpit done, it just flies together. So let's close up this wall here. Because in here is just a storage compartment, basically. It's a shuttle. It's to carry things back and forth. So small cargo. You can set it up on the inside for personnel. I imagine there were like, you know, you could put speeder bikes on it. I'm sure the inside of Vader's that he used to land on the Death Star was way nicer than the Shuttle Tydirium that they used to land on Endor. Yeah, that's looking pretty good. We're gonna use some more diamond blocks here. Let's get rid of that there, and we'll replace that with diamond block. And then a dispenser on each side, on the outside edges. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then we're going to inset the gray wool again, just like we did on the front. But on the outside edge, we're going to put a, there we go, a furnace. And there is no fence over this one, or no iron bars or anything. There we go, yep. Furnace. And you can see that I've already done one of the wings here. And we're going to do the other side. And I'm just going to show you how fast it goes. And all you do is just mirror it and do the opposite. So I'll give you a look here. Basically, it's just the wing on top, and we just turn it on its side. So what we're going to do here is we're going to step down and out, and it's going to be even with the back, and we're going to drag it all the way up to the front, and it's going to overhang the front one. We're going to step it down and out again, but this time it's going to come forward one again, so you can see it's step, and we're going to drag it all the way back. and it's going to step out 1. So it's going to overhang both times. Now we're just going to keep stepping it. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and then you're going to come down to 15, but you're going to step it in 1 block. So if there's going to be 14 steps down, and on the 15th one, you're going to step it in. And then once we get this set up on the back, all you do is each row, you just drag it all the way up to the front, and we repeat a pattern like we did on the top with 2, 1, 2, 1. So you can see it overhangs 1. So you see how it overhangs, and then we cut back in, because what we want to do is start making this wedge shape. So that first one we drag out is going to be even. The next one we drag out is going to be 1 back. And the next one's going to be 1 back from that. And then we're going to keep stepping it back. So we got 1, 2, 3 steps back. Four. And then on the 5th one, we make it even. So you can see it goes 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the 5th one, they're dragged out so that they're even. And then the 6th one down is going to be 1 back. 7th is 1 back. And then the 8th one is going to be even with the 7th. So you see we got 2, then 1, then 2. Then we're going to step it back 1. And then we're going to step it back 1 again, but for 2 blocks. So you see the pattern that it makes there, just like it did on top. And then the last 2 are even. And then what you're going to do is knock out these 2 end blocks, and you're going to put in some glowstone just like on top, so that the 3 wings glow up at night. And you can see how it's already got its shape, but it looks kind of boring because we need to put in the flaps and we need to trace it with the gray wool still. And then once we get that done, it'll look pretty awesome. So let's look at the pattern here. So it's 3 by 3 furnaces on the side, and we're tracing it with the buttons. So we're going to count up 4 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next one up, you're going to go ahead, and that's where you'll start your furnaces. And remember, it's just 3 by 3. So it's 9 total furnaces. All right, and then we're going to do our gray trace. So we can just start right here, and it's just like the other one. You're just going to leave a block of iron all the way around, but you're just going to trace it with gray wool. And we've already got the furnaces in place, and so you just trace them too. Now on top, I do a little pattern in the back so that it looks like there's like a hinge or something running through the wing. And I'll show you how I do that when I get there. Come around to the back side. We'll finish the bottom up before I get to the not really tricky part, but it's just the detail. We just outline the whole wing. All right, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna count in 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3, and then we're gonna leave a gap. And then we're gonna put a gray, leave a gap, put a gray, leave a gap. So there'll be 3 iron blocks. Or sorry, 4 iron blocks. And then you'll connect it to the front. So there's 3 gray in the back, and then you do iron gray, iron gray, iron gray, and then just finish it. And then we're gonna trace it with buttons so that they face out. And we're getting pretty far along here, guys. Not much left, and we'll be completely done with this. So you saw, I mean, one wing took 15 minutes. We're gonna put a little trace of buttons down the back there, and up here in the front. Again, it's like a hinge point where the wing would be hinged. And what you can do is if you take this same pattern of wing, you can rotate it basically in space. So if you want this landed, you just build the exact same wing but facing straight up, and then you can just, you know, make your own landing gear or something underneath it and the ramp down, and that'd be awesome. So just add a little bit more button detail in those recesses. And we gotta add the, there's these little cannon, like defensive cannons they've got up here. I'll show you. Right here in the bottom little vent. And then there's a couple little up top. And then we'll put some half slabs on here, some stone slabs. And I like that better than the old way. I think it's cleaner looking. And we'll put some up top too, just to break it up a little bit. And then I'm going to need buttons again because I need to trace the outside edge around this grill. So trace around the H shape but not in the center. And then trace around the top and the bottom. And if you miss a button here or there, that's fine. It's Star Wars, like I always say, nothing's perfect. It's all kind of crunchy and dirty. Unless you're building like a Naboo fighter or something that's super sleek. We'll put a couple more up here just to break it up. I'll finish that off. There we go. Get rid of that one. Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Now we still got the inside to do. And I'm going to do the inside of this one a little bit different. So I'm going to go ahead and clear my inventory. And let's get some new stuff here. Let's get some quartz stairs. Maybe we can use some of those. We're going to need some picture frames. Maybe some item frames. Some redstone. Some levers. Let's see what else. Yeah, we'll get some more buttons. We will need a piston and some torches because we need to do the, well, it's starting to rain. Luckily, we're going inside, so awesome. That's a little editing that I don't have to do. Great. So, actually, let's get some light in here. Let's go ahead and do the roof first. I've got an idea for the roof. It's something I've been doing a lot in the my Star Wars maps, just because I like the way it looks. I'll layer glowstone like for a whole surface, and then I'll cover it with cauldrons facing down, and you get this just cool Empire-looking light system. You get another really cool effect with, I'm sure I've said it 100 times, with stairs, placing glowstone behind stairs, and it lights up. So like here where I'm putting the seats in, if you wanted, you could put glowstone behind the seats and just kind of make it a little more narrow on the inside, and then they'd light up. So here where I'm running the stairs along the wall, if you did it one block in and then just ran glowstone behind that, and then you could put like a stone slab on top of the glowstone, the stairs would still glow. And then we're going to need our pistons here for the ramps. So what we'll do, we're going to place an iron block up here, a redstone torch, a piston facing down, and a oh, you know what, hold on. let me get rid of this real quick. There we go. Place that there. Now put the torch up there. Boom. And we've got a hydraulic piston for our loading ramp. So we'll just make another one on the other side of the ramp. Oops. And then let me hide the redstone torches. Pretty simple. Now I'm not covering the inside of where the glowstone is because I'm going to use cauldrons. So there'll be a cauldron there. And this just, I don't know, man. I think it looks cool. I don't know. If you've got any other ideas about lighting in Minecraft, you can see some pretty cool creative ideas. But I just like the way they all line up and make these little drop crosses. Put a little stair there. And then let's do up this cockpit here. So since I used gray stone brick stairs for the actual stairs, I'm using quartz for the seats so that you can distinguish what's a seat and what's a stair. Because that's a problem that I see a lot in a lot of people's builds is, you know, you have options, use them. Don't use the same thing over and over again. So I'm going to put these repeaters here just so I get like a little trail of light. And I'm going to put a lever behind them and go ahead and turn them on. So like you could turn on and turn off things if you wanted in the cockpit. There we go. And then it lights it up so you can see it from outside. Let's just put a painting up here. You know, maybe it's a computer monitor or something. You can put a couple levers up here. Oh. You can really set this up however you want. Just remember there's like 2 bench seats that are kind of like pilot seats, and then there was like kind of seats behind them. So yeah. The inside's pretty swanky. I mean, you could do some more detail. Some buttons here along the edge, for sure. if you wanted to do something along the back. Oh, that looks cool. The buttons are kind of like casting a little light. Maybe every other block under here. You know, I mean, I could get super anal, and I'm sure there's schematics somewhere for the interiors of these, but, you know, it's Minecraft. It's up to you. I just know it's a shuttle. It transports things. There we go. You know, you kind of see the cockpit a little bit. You see a little bit of the ramp. You know, if they didn't show it in the movie, I'm going to use my imagination. Let's put some more buttons up here. Kind of flesh out the cockpit a little bit more. Maybe a button in the corners. Yeah, pretty cool. Some buttons there. I mean, if you want to get real technical, you could put a sliding door in here. I've got one in the Millennium Falcon. It's pretty cool. There is room for it up there by that staircase. You know, totally. You have plenty of room if you wanted to do something like that. So guys, I hope this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. My name's Rannalt, and I'm asking you, what do you want to build today?